there would drop some stuff off to the house because my tax man died. So, we dropped off some, drinks and stuff and, water and, the normal stuff black folk do. Um, and this man came on the show. He said he was about, I think the brother said he was like 53. And he was asking Karen, can you tell me something that I could tell my daughter when I pick her up from school today? I mean, can you give me something? If you can't give me something, I understand, but can you tell me something? I was yelling at my goddamn radio.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you? Is this how you turn down a Hollywood Pinocchio that cries like a woman? What can I do? What can I do?
I said, you tell her ass you did your part, goddammit. You did your part, and that's what we do. We go, we fight, and sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, but losses are lessons. So y'all can trash my sister. Y'all can say she got beat the house. We lost. Look, we didn't lose the house. We didn't have the house. We lost the Senate. No, we didn't have the house.
No, the Senate we lost.
We lost the Senate. We didn't have the house.
Well, you done lost every goddamn thing.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, what do you mean? No, you didn't.
Now
It's like a storm came and washed all your shit clean out the house.
No. Al, you got to get this bitch started.
You ain't got nothing else
Too much
to
gems
fucking
getting missed here. You got to
evaluate
figure out how to cut this bitch here. You got to do like you did last time. Say, shit, I've been taking this shit. Cause this is on. Put your helmet on. Put shit on, nigga. Cause no, we need to talk about this shit. Cause you goddamn fly by night, goddamn fucking political motherfuckers.
Look, first of all, I don't give a fuck.
See?
As long as I make money, you kiss my ass.
See, problem is our job.
Did you help? Did you volunteer for her campaign? No. Okay, so shut the fuck up. She called him up. She conceded. She, did her part.
Did better than he did.
Yeah.
That's right.
But the problem is that America's not ready.
No.
They're not ready.
No. And that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And then I thought about them 2 or 3 things that I try to remember by Sun Tzu, because that is the most complicated little book I ever read. But he said, you got to know yourself and you got to know your enemy. And if you know yourself and your enemy, you will prevail in hundreds of battles.
Well, the thing is, he got more votes this time than he ever did. So that means that some of us, a whole lot of us probably, actually voted for him.
Absolutely.
So you got to give it to the guy.
Proof. He won. He fought. He never stopped campaigning. I hope people learned something from the lesson, because I didn't say it. They credit this dude Sun Tzu with being that kind of thought process. The book is called The Art of War. The Art of War. And he said, you've got to know yourself and you got to know your enemy.
Yeah, but the Democrats do what the Democrats always do. They take it for granted. They think just because they had a base somewhere, it's always going to be a base.
They don't know their enemy. Exactly. So some folks, black males, other folk voted for Trump. Hey, we need to know ourselves and we need to know our enemies. And that you need to take with you all across the board, all of your life and all your endeavors. But we're going to talk about making some money, because we were in the stock market before the election. We were in the stock market, the massacre, the bloody red blood in the streets Wednesday. And homie over here did super well.
No.
Right after the election.
After the election.
That's what I'm saying.
See, but I did the ultimate wrong thing. I tried to double dip. I got in right after the election. Oh, I was making money. It was so nice. I got out. You know me. I took my profit.
That's your thing.
I sat on the side.
Yep.
And about a day or two went by and it was still hitting. Boom, boom. I said, well, let me jump back in.
Greedy.
Greedy. Don't be greedy when it comes to investing. Be smart. I jumped out, I made my money, and I jumped back in. And yeah, I'm getting it now.
Well, you gotta I always tell you this, bro. That's what I tell you. Stick to your plan. You gotta have a plan.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, we were in the market before the election, and we were in the market after the election.
Yes.
It's all about the money. Your bills still need to be paid. You still gotta feed your family. So you know what? I'm down with the system like 4 flat tires. But we got to live the next day and fight in the next battle.
Yeah, because
That's gonna come up.
it's all gone now. Now you have to deal with what's reality. This man's in office. This man is all about making money, giving tax breaks to corporations and wealthy people. That's what he's about. Now, we all knew this before the election.
Absolutely.
And so it shouldn't come to a surprise to anybody
Nope.
of the things he's about to do.
Yep.
You should just basically say, okay, that's him.
And find your niche. Whatever's important to them, that's what you start to look at maybe for your investments. Look at your portfolio. What's important to them knuckleheads? Because they're in power and they got charge and they make the market move and you roll with it. That, losses are lessons.
Yep.
We fight, we live, we move on, and we learn, and we keep on going.
Nobody wins all the time. And part of life is failing, like you said. So you learn from your failures, not to repeat them. And Democrats need to learn.
Yep, and they need to make some changes.
It's going to be a valuable lesson they learning, but it
Need to be
they
like
gonna
football, bros. There needs to be changes at the DNC.
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you, I saw this thing today before I hit to my two pastors on X. I still call it Twitter, but X. GOP Congressman Troy Niles, Nehls. And they got him in quotes now. I'm just reading this from X. If Donald Trump says jump 3 feet high and scratch your head, we will jump 3 feet high and scratch our heads.
Yeah.
If that don't tell you where America is, and I'm not a preacher this week, but I listened to two of my favorites, and I got several I listen to, but Bishop Freddie Haynes out of Houston and Bishop Jamal Bryan out of Atlanta. We went through the parking lot of the church. See what I saw? I know I got to tell Q
Wait a
about
minute.
it.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Look at what. Take a picture.
When we were in Atlanta doing the tax
Tax liens.
tax liens.
Yeah.
We drove by the church, and Q had never seen the church, and I said, "No, man, that's the famous church, man, the famous church." They both did some powerful sermons the Sunday after the funeral. It was like a funeral. The Sunday after the election, it was like a funeral. They gave a powerful message to the people, and Bishop Haynes said a guy told him in the airport, because he said he had to travel because he had to preach the Wednesday and the Thursday. And he said, man, he was really feeling it. He was feeling it. And I felt a little bit too. I thought I wasn't going to feel nothing, but I felt a little bit. I was a little sad, even though I didn't think America was going to take the sister. But he said a brother in the airport, he said he know he's got to be an old deacon. He said, I know you, but you don't know me. But God told me to tell you, I got you and I got this. So a message to all our friends who did not do well, you didn't do well, you felt it. Hey, God got this. God got you. So
Yeah, and the Republicans got the whole shebang.
hey, man, Obama had it when he came in.
But it's going to be like this, though. I'm going to explain to you. He is the mob boss now. He's been elevated to the mob boss.
Do you have faith in my judgment?
Yes.
Do I have your loyalty?
Yes, always, Godfather.
Go be a friend to Michael. Do as he says.
There are things being negotiated now that are going to solve all your problems and answer all your questions. That's all I can tell you now.
And the White House is going to be run like a mafia. That one Don Trump, he going to put orders out, and there ain't going to be no questioning it. There ain't going to be no second thoughts. There ain't going to be people running around giving interviews somewhere on CNN and stuff like that. No.
Hell, check the TV in the background. I could hear it, but that was a good song. That was a good song that came in. No, because it was like playing a violin while Q was talking about the marbles. But now, yeah, we got it there. But it can't. That was when the people hear it, they gonna go. They got some music playing in the background with a violin. You know, like they do on the mob movies. How they play the music right in the background. When I'm gonna make you an offer that you cannot refuse.
I know to turn it off.
No. That fell in. That fell in just
But
good.
now we need a shot of Al Pacino, or what was the other guy, the old guy, his father.
I can't remember the names of those guys there. Who?
Marlon
Brando.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But it's if you want to say that. See, I got to push back because I'm more of a middle of the road guy. I can take both sides because I'm gonna play it straight. If it's the law, I'm gonna play it. If I'm gonna do something crazy, the show ain't gonna be out front while everybody can see it. But President Obama came in with the House and the Senate. And he said, we got a mandate. And everybody on the outside went, yeah, all right. Trump got the House and the Senate. Now, why you want to say he the mob boss? The American people spoke, and that's what it is. But it's one thing about the American people. You can all get in the stock market and make some money.
That's true. So if you saw Bitcoin, you saw Tesla, you saw the prisons have gone up. Crazy. The prisons, the private prisons.
Al, that's the cut.
So
Trump, black men in prison, and the elections. Go ahead. Talk about the prisons. I know Richard Pryor told us a long time ago. Went down to the courthouse for justice.
So
all I saw was just us.
I guess they were sitting around wondering, how can we get even more money? Well, okay, Trump gonna put millions of people in your prisons. Might be temporary, but he gonna put some people in somebody's prison. And somebody gonna get paid.
Hey, man. And a lot of us always get hemmed up, don't always get the best, can't afford the best defense because we don't have that kind of money. And then and my Latino friends who probably gonna get round up. And Trump's border czar said, I can't remember the guy
They
name.
gonna go to people's jobs.
The sad thing about it though, see the sad thing about this whole message is they're gonna go get the people. They're not gonna go get the managers and the CEOs of them companies who hired those people.
No, because Trump did it. Trump had a whole golf course full of illegals.
All I can say is the people gonna allow the little guy. Always the little guy gonna get crushed. But the managers and the owners of these private companies who hired people with maybe some funny social securities and didn't do what, that I-9 thing or something, they didn't go check them. We work for the government. They check you to work for the government. We work for the government. I don't think we got nobody undocumented working for the government. I just don't believe so. There may be, it could be, but it ain't no wholesale. But yeah, they gonna go get the people, round up them doggone managers and them doggone owners and them CEOs of this company, put them in the truck too. See, you're right. Now they gonna go get them. And this border czar said, before I forget, you go, a reporter asked him the question about breaking up families. He said, The family can go too. Oh.
See, but everybody thinks, they heard the rhetoric during the campaign. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, the first day, millions of people. It ain't gonna work like that. It's not even possible. So what's gonna happen is it's going to be a slow process. Literally. I mean, unless you're just gonna take the people and just, how can you get rid of that many people that they're still in this country? A process. And you should know better than anybody about a process.
And that's why I'm going to say what I'm about to say. The man who's in charge of the border, I think he had something to do with ICE.
Yeah, he was in,
under Biden's.
Yeah.
Look at that brother. Look at him and then think about some of them old slave movies. Look at his face now. If he don't look like them Bull Connor type people, look at him. He is serious. That dude told the news reporter
Holman.
You got to write that in black thicker.
Man, you couldn't see that.
Heck to the no. I tell you what.
I ain't even got my glasses on, and I
the
saw that.
light clearly me here. The light. I
Wait,
probably
wait,
had
wait,
to do,
wait,
no,
wait,
not like that. No, it's the light, the glare of the light. Just.
Oh.
But you'd have had to put that in more darker ink.
All right, we got it. Home.
But you got better. I said you couldn't see. See,
Well, I
but
can't see.
your eyes are funny. You couldn't see way over there, but you can't see nothing right here.
Yeah.
I see him, but that little printy head with the hole up. But that brother said in a straight face when the reporter asked him, how you gonna take all these people away? And how you gonna separate the families? And he said the families can go too. They are serious. They're not gonna have to go grab millions of people. People are going to slide right back across because they don't want to be grabbed. Because maybe their fear might be, I'm gonna be in limbo. And they might end up in them prisons in a whole pattern. Because if you came here illegally, I don't know what right you have to be here illegally.
Well, in their minds, you have no rights. So they're not.
No, but I'm saying legitimately. If anybody know of something in the Constitution that says you got a right to enter our borders illegally,
But they have a right to go through the deportation. The way it's set up, there's a deportation that has to take effect.
okay, you know I hate that. When I ask a question and you skip my question. Now, you know I hate that. You know me with answer my question. I asked a question.
I don't believe so because
Thank you.
back then we were welcoming everybody.
No.
Almost everybody.
No, we were not. We just didn't fight. We didn't close our border. I do not believe there's no law that says anybody can walk across our border anytime they feel like they enter our country. I believe, and I don't know it, but I believe if you enter this country without coming through the port of entry, hitting check-in and being allowed to come, you have committed a crime. Okay, so if these people have all committed crimes, I don't care if they 8 to 80. If they committed a crime, they probably can be held. And if you can be held, now you got to get turned, are you going to get bond? And their mind might be, yeah, we're going to hold them right here in these prisons. So we decide what to do.
The question is, are they entitled to legal counsel?
Well, I'm pretty sure, now that's due process. Now, once you get here, we want to charge you with crime. I believe that will apply.
So that takes time.
Okay,
And now put millions and millions of people in that line.
That's probably how them
We
prisons,
gotta house them.
that's probably how them prisons going to get paid.
That's how they gonna get paid.
That might be the key about how you need to look at prop prisons to see if you can get some stuck in them. It may work, may not. Hey, anything we say here is just two brothers on YouTube talking.
Geo Group.